Let me know when you're ready. Welcome to Empowered Women in Business International Radio. I am your host, Taylor K on the mic, also known as Nicole Mosby Taylor, and we have a phenomenal show for you today. But before I get to who we have in our backstage, let me just tell you a little bit about EWBI. So, EWBI, we serve a sisterhood of women entrepreneurs and professionals who understand that individually you can do great things, but collectively we can forever change the world. Members of our movement experience a support system that allows them to celebrate their wins and share their struggles in a series of opportunities that enhance them personally and professionally. So, if that sounds like an organization that you would like to be a part of, visit our website at www.wbiradio.org. Again, it's www.ewbiradio.org. So, before I introduce our guest, I just want to ask a question. So, my question for this show is, what are you doing for your New Year's resolution? What is your New Year's resolution? So if you could just jot it in the chat, we would love to hear from you all. We have some phenomenal people in our backstage who can really help with these New Year's resolutions. So again, just jot it in our chat. And while we're waiting, we're going to go to our guest and our guests here today and ask them what is their New Year's resolution. Do you want to share a little bit? Let's go to Coach Noy.
Yes, I would love to. Hello, everybody. My New Year's resolution is to actually go live more, to reach more people and spread the message of self love.
Awesome. Next, we're going to go to Miss Lynette. Now, she's also known as Coach Lynette. What do you want to be called today, Lynette? Wellness coach? Okay. Perfect. So tell us about your New Year's resolution. Okay, now.
Excellent.
How can you top that?
I know, right?
So, I've been doing a lot of thinking because I didn't want to do just the status quo. I want to lose weight. you know, I wanted to do something that really would speak to me. So, I'm going to start off with a fast
Mm-hmm.
in January. And after my fast, I'll determine what my new year is going to look like. I want God to
That's
speak
good.
to me.
That's good.
What's that song? Speak to. Oh no, y'all don't want me to start singing.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
How about that? How about that? That is so true. That is so true. So I'm so excited about this show because see, my guests don't know who I have in the audience, but I do, and I have some powerhouses in the audience, and I said in the audience, in the studio. I, well, and in actuality, we do have some powerhouses in the audience and in the studio. Okay. So they're asking for Lynette to unmute your mic, Lynette. Let's hope that work out.
Okay. Am I good?
Uh, wait a minute. Let's mute your mic back and maybe cut it down some. Sorry, guys, having a little technical difficulties. This is our first time utilizing some extra tools today to
Okay.
broadcast.
Okay. So you can.
You had to mute that mic, Lynette. So, if anybody is watching StreamYard, they're gonna have to go to our app. So we have an app called Elevate Your Life. And if you download that app, you can listen to Lynette speak. You can also hear her on Alexa and Google, and all those other good things. So you'll be able to see and hear everyone. All right. So, did anybody answer our question? Come on, guys. We want to hear from you. Feedback is important. We see some people chiming in today. CM Davis, Kira Ming, AI. What, Janine, our EWBI sister, Destiny. What is your New Year's resolution? Rita, tell us talk to us. What's your New Year's resolution? I'm telling you, you're going to want to give these ladies, tell them what your New Year's resolution is because they're going to be able to help you all work it out.
Absolutely.
So AI says that if she has her phone recording, oh, she's helping us out with them. I'm thinking this is her. Oh. If she has her phone recording, that causes the feedback on the live. Okay, thank you, AI. But we was looking for your resolution. She said she just here to support her wife. I should join you in the fast. Yes, Janine, I would love that. Nakia is going to roll it out. One of our other EWBI sisters, she's going to roll it out for us. So yes, we would love for everybody to join us in the fast. And the fast is not just about food.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual fast, and it also takes away things like social media and other things that are distractions to us while we're trying to make that connection to God. So this is going to be powerful. I'm excited.
Yeah, because a lot of times God is really trying to tap us on the shoulder, but we're occupied.
Exactly.
We're doing other things.
Exactly. Exactly. And so now it's going to be our time to give him our, all in all.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lynette, can you hear okay? Okay, good, good, good. All right. So someone says it sounds good, so that's good. Um, Janine says sounds good. Spending more time with God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So my soror and my church sister says spending more time with God. Yes, thank you. To make at least 5K in business sales.
Mm.
Okay.
That's good.
An additional 5K in business sales. I like it, Destiny. With the D Nicole and Co. And then Rita says, allowing God to order my steps without taking my own while remaining faithful. That's powerful. I feel like I got to snap on that
difficult.
one. Yes.
It's difficult.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. That definitely is. So thank you all for sharing. With New Year's being right around the corner, we just wanted to touch on that because, again, I have these powerhouses in the building, and I want to share some information about them. But first, we're going to do our quote of the day. So our quote of the day for last year's words belong to last year's language. And next year words awaits another voice by T.S. Eliot. For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words awaits another voice by T.S. Eliot. What do you think about that quote?
I agree. I think that it is so important to just forgive yourself for what you haven't accomplished, forgive yourself for what you've done wrong, how you stood in your own way, and then just forget about it and start anew. Just
Mm.
like God gives us new mercies every day. Just start all over again.
Let me tell you, you see this paper?
Mhm.
Like I'm turning this paper, that's what I want y'all to do. That chapter in that book,
Done.
complete 2021, 2020, and look out 2021.
Yes.
What do you think, Lynette?
Mhm. Mhm.
Come on now. Come on now. Yes.
Mhm.
Awesome. 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 So I'm going to just read Noise bio. And I couldn't locate your bio, Lynette. If you could resend that for me. Taylor K at EWBI Radio.org. So Noy Brown Frisbee is a 41-year-old married mother of four, a par educator for Baltimore County Public Schools, and a certified life and business coach. She specializes in personal clothing as well as group coaching. I'm sorry, personal coaching.
I said, oh, okay.
Look, maybe I'm speaking some
I
life
know.
over there. Come on. She specializes in personal coaching as well as group coaching, and she believes above everything that it is necessary to put yourself first in order to be able to show up for anyone else. That's important. The clients that she works with have an array of goals that they want to accomplish, and through coaching, she helps her clients clear their mental clutter and accomplish and practice setting boundaries that prohibit them from achieving their goals. During her educational journey, she worked at a school for at risk youth. Noy noticed that the young women who attended were lacking the tools to be able to be effectively communicate and problem solve. Consequently, she formed a group SB, named Alter for Privacy. The group discussed the model ways to effectively communicate and resolve issues amongst family, friends, and within the community. In the past, Noi has unintentionally been not been able to properly draw boundaries within her own life, which has resulted in disappointment and heartache. She has always been a beacon of objectivity for friends and family, but could not figure out how to properly make it a career until she found her purpose. Becoming a life coach has allowed her to intentionally walk hand in hand with people and help them to clear the path before them so that they can focus on what is important them. I'm gonna read that one more time. I think I jacked that sentence up a little bit. I'm gonna get these glasses, y'all, one of these days. Becoming a life coach has allowed her to intentionally walk hand in hand with people and help them to clear the path before them, so that they can focus on what is important to them.
Mhm.
What's important them actually.
Mhm.
So they're the ones that are that's
Mhm.
important. So welcome, Noi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I'm so sorry I jacked up your
They
bio.
get the point. They get it.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about when did you discover that this was your passion? Because you said you found out that this was your passion. When did you discover that it was your passion?
Um, Probably a couple of years ago, I looked into it, um, but didn't know where to start. You know, sometimes if you Google something, it'll send you on a journey. Um, And I think when I was working with the high schoolers, I really realized that I needed more time. Um, the hour provided for us was it was effective, but it wasn't enough. And then that's when I started, you know, whatever. But a friend actually brought it up to me again and was like, "Hey, I'm doing life coaching. Why don't you come join?" And then I kind of took it from there. I went, I got my certification, and it's just putting form to what I've always done. When I was a stylist, um, working with the students, I've always had a soft spot for listening and really, really caring about what people are going through and talking about, and being objective. So if you come to me, even when they were in my chair, I'm not going to necessarily agree with you just because you're in my chair or because it's the nice thing to do. I'm going to tell you, like, you were probably wrong. You probably should apologize. It's,
That's
or,
right.
or I don't think you're showing up for yourself in this situation.
Mm.
So, it is the best decision I've ever made. And I just enjoy it. It's not, how like you wake up in the morning and you go to work and you're like, oh, I never feel that way about this.
Awesome.
I enjoy people so much.
Awesome. Awesome. How about so you mentioned so hit the ground running. What is hit the ground running?
Okay, so basically, it's the name of the whole business. So, I can do motivational speaking. I'm certified for business and life. So I do both. I do customer service, how to get your business, and how to just deliver. We're in a area of a time frame rather of everybody is an entrepreneur, but sometimes just because you have the skill doesn't mean that you have the ability to deal with the public. So that is something that I work with clients on. Also, how to advertise, like what reaches people, rather than sometimes just throwing up statuses. How to really penetrate them and get them to know what is your business. And I also do spiritual coaching as well. And of course, I'm not a pastor, but just to know God. Who is he personally? And I think COVID has pushed the lines for all of us because the building is no longer open. So people had to like hunt if you didn't already have hunt for how do I get that connection when I don't have it on Sunday morning. So I also do that. And that's been difficult for a lot of people. And I get it. I get that.
Oh, awesome. That is awesome. So we're going to introduce Lynette. Lynette Burrell is a certified health and wellness professional and specialized skill in designing, implementing, and evaluating health promotion programs. She has dedicated over 30 years to the health and fitness industry, working in both local and national levels. She especially has a heart for working with seniors. So, welcome, Lynette. So, Lynette, tell us what got you started. We heard a little bit about what got Noise started, and we're going to get you guys in the same place of questions, and then we're going to hit the ground running.
Yes.
You heard it. You heard it here first. You heard it here first from Lynette Burrell. She said, "Get it in every day." um. So when did you actually start your own business? Because you've been in the field for so long, but when did you actually start your business, and why did you feel the need to start your own business?
Mm. Wow. Wow. Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be
Immediately,
our
yeah.
extra hashtag for today. Hit the
Right.
ground running.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like this was important for us to have this conversation
Mm-hmm.
today because it's coming from different directions, but it's all about what us,
Mm-hmm.
affect all of the different things that affect us, whether it's mental, whether it's spiritual, whether it's health wise, fitness. It's about us and how can we alter what we do
Yes.
to be a healthier us.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's so important, and so that's why I invited both of you on at today, because I felt like that was so very important.
Mm-hmm.
So Noy, I know some people are on here thinking right now, so when do I need a life coach, and what is the difference between a life coach, a life and business coach, versus a therapist?
Yeah. Good question, because I had that same question. A therapist really deals with the backdrop of your issues, as far as trauma, if you're stuck. Some people have some things, unfortunately, that have happened to them, and they are not able to move past it. That calls for a therapist. And I do, when I do my introductory phone call, I do ask them kind of what's going on so that I can say, I am not what you need. You might need a therapist. But a coach is, if you, I move forward, I propel forward, and it doesn't mean that you might not have something that happened that is, hurtful or any traumatic, but we don't stay there. I think a good number of people, if they can recall, have had something bad happen to them that time stood still for them. My job is to tell you, hold your hand, and tell you to get up and let's go together and let's move past this. We can't stay stuck because where your passion is, where your destiny is, where God wants you is not in that one place. You have to move forward. And like you said, things do get in the way of it. But hopefully with a coach, you'll realize there's some things I need to get through. So what I like about Lynette is that like her results are, you can see them, like she's going to actually. So mine are kind of like a little abstract, but you can see them and other people can see them. So when we talk about boundaries and helping you not be pushed over at work, or even as a spouse, to stand up for yourself, or your kids, sometimes our kids, they push us over the edge, but saying that you're important. And you can't show up for other people when you don't count yourself important. Other people are not going to deem you important if you don't deem yourself important. And so I hold your hand with that, and we come up with goals and things and ways to do that. And so that is, what coaching is. And honestly, I'm sorry, when to call a coach is when you keep trying it. You talk to your girlfriend, your homegirl, and you did what she said, you did what your mother said, you did what the people at work said, and it's not working for you, and you're going in a circle. It's time to call me. That's when it's time.
Okay. Okay. So, let's ask you the same question in a different way. When is it time to call Lynette? When I hear you talk about joint pain, and I hear you talk about diabetes and all of these health issues, when do we know, okay, it's time for us to pick up the phone and call Lynette? Mm.
Okay.
Do you ever think it's an opportunity to rebuild so that you won't, so you can escape surgery, or maybe even just escape surgery for an additional couple of years, or?
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm. Mm.
That's good.
Uh, I know that's right. Look, I need to call Lynette.
I know, right? I'm sitting here like,
And the good thing is, it doesn't matter where you are because we have virtual now.
I know. Hmm.
Yes, it doesn't matter where you are. We have virtual now.
That's working. Yeah. Mhm.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, ladies, let's let everyone know that we're gonna keep it locked right here at Empower Women in Business International Radio. So we're gonna take a brief break and be right back. International Radio. We are here with Coach Noy and Lynette Burrell. Lynette is saying she can't hear. We haven't. You're good now, Lynette. Okay.
But I know I can't get her.
Um, just give us a little test. Say test, Lynette.
Can't hear her.
We can't hear you. Okay. So we're going to what do you want to do? Sorry guys, we're having a little technical difficulties today.
I need her mic.
Um so you can hear off of your phone, Lynette?
Let me get this.
Should she hang up and call back in? You wanna disconnect and call back, Lynette? She's going to disconnect and call back. So while she's doing that, I see a couple other people chimed in. Kara said, this is in reference to our question of the day. So our question of the day, we were talking about resolutions, and Kara said, hey guys, I say mine is to stay in alignment with what I want to attract and manifest. Kind of lost that in 2020. Okay, that's awesome, Kara.
Yeah,
Wow, that says a lot right
it
there.
does. Makes you think.
Yes, yes. And Renee says to play devil's advocate, why do I have to go on a fast to get closer to God if God is with me always? My God is with me always. But I think Lynette, Noy said it best. Sometimes we don't give him our full attention. And so going on a fast for me helps me to focus more on solely on him
Yeah.
and kind of block out social media and television because we're not going to be able to watch too much television, and it's just certain things that I need to eliminate from my life to just grow closer to him. So maybe that doesn't work for everybody.
I was
but
about to say.
Yeah.
There might be a certain amount of people that are like very, very skilled at purposely stopping what they're doing and saying, and I do, but I feel like it's still
Not
not
enough.
complete intimacy. Like
Right.
you know what I mean?
Mine is just not enough.
It's
Like
not
I
enough,
do.
yeah.
I pray throughout the day and I read the Bible, but it's not enough. Like I'm craving for more.
And something's still pulling at you if you don't purposely, and like you said, it's not for everybody, but like even down to telling your family that you're fasting, they can kind of ease up off the request. Like, like, okay, mommy's kind of just meditating and kind of quiet, so you don't have to ask me for a ride every 5 seconds. You don't have to, whatever it is that's pulling at you. So I think, like you said, just tuning out the things, because the day goes quick. We're asleep for 8 to 10 hours, and then things are spinning and going around. So just to stop, and food is definitely a big distraction for most. I mean, it we don't realize it until you fast, and you're like, wow.
Right. Man, that's why I said I'm super excited because then I find myself scrolling on social media. I'm going on there for a minute to do one thing, and I'm on there for an hour, and so just different things just take you away from what your intentions are. So I think that's so important.
Yes, agreed.
So thank you guys for sharing and responding to our question. Make sure that if you have a question for our two phenomenal guests, Noy and Lynette, that you just drop them right here in the comment section. If you have a question for either one of our guests, just drop it right here in the comment section. So we're going to go ahead and go ahead and continue on. Lynette, did you want to add something? Yes. Mm.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Agreed.
And it's said that, typically when a person fasts, God will reveal something to them.
It has always happened to me. Yep.
So, and I just want to hear everything that God has for me.
Yes.
So thank you guys for those posts. And like I said, if anybody has a question for Lynette or Noy, please feel free to drop it in our comment section. So we're going to just go on with our questions for today. So Lynette, tell us a little bit about when you what is your why? What was your why to go down this health field?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. I can
Mm-hmm.
look, I definitely can see you in your lane. So I know Lynette, past the health coach person, and I'll call her and I'm like, what are you doing for your birthday? She said, I'm running a 5K.
Okay. It's everything to it. Yeah. Yeah.
She
I
said,
love
you want
that.
to join me? I said, oh, I'll sit this one out, but I'll be rooting for you.
On the side.
So that's when you found your purpose in life, because you love it, and you'll do it over and over and over again, and you'll do it with money, with pay or without pay.
Yes.
But the difference is understanding that even though you love it,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to do it without pay,
Mm-hmm.
because you have a purpose here,
Yeah.
and it's a reason, and everybody else around you is getting paid, so why wouldn't you get paid, whether it's your purpose or
And now I'm dedicating my time. This is not something I'm doing for fun on the side because I feel like I'm giving you this time. This is your time.
that's
You
right.
know, invest in yourself.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's right. So and it's so mm. They would just look on our Facebook, Empowered Women in Business International. All right. So I lost my next question.
The why. Or
Yes.
oh,
So
okay.
let's go to Noi with the why. So tell us, what was what you kind of tapped on it, but you could
Mm-hmm.
probably expound on it a little more. What was your why?
I think why I care. Let me say that.
Mm.
I have to say that years and years ago, I realized that I think I had went through a breakup, and like it really, really destroyed me. Okay, and I could not understand why other people didn't react the same way. Okay, and so with that being said, I said, what is it that I am not doing right? What is it? And then it was self love. I
Mm.
needed to love on myself more, I needed to create boundaries. What you love, what you cherish, you create boundaries for it. That's material possessions, and that's yourself as well. It's not any different. And I realized that in that moment, I wished I had someone to tell me and pour into me a certain way. And so that's what I try to be. I try to be what I needed to other people.
You don't try to be, you do it.
I am. You're
That's right.
Absolutely.
We have to affirm what we do.
Amen.
And never second guess what we do. We are what we are. We do what we do, and we do it well. Yes.
Agreed, 100%.
And I love what you just said, and I love it because that is what I teach to my young people. Whenever I mentor, that's like one of the first lessons that I teach. Look, I was getting ready to say it too. See, that's the devil getting into your words. But I always tell them you have to love that higher being, whatever that higher being is for yourself, and then love yourself, and then love others.
Yes.
And I know the problem is with our world is that we're not loving in that order. And until we can love in that order, then you can't truly love somebody if you don't truly love yourself first.
It is 100% correct.
Yeah, so it's so important for us to to get back to teaching, teaching others to love on themselves, and to love on themselves is to get a life coach.
Yeah.
To love on themselves is to get this health and fitness that Lynette offers, to teach them. I want to dive a little bit more into that too, Lynette, about, you know, I'm sure someone that's listening right now may have diabetes, and they're like, how can you help me with this, with this illness? Because this illness has been plaguing generations and generations of my family. And how can I break that cycle? Wow. Yes. Hmm. That's awesome. So we do have a question that I'm going to refer to Noy. Um, do you think we should identify/define what love is? What if love means something different to different people?
Mm.
How do we address the different concept of love and what love looks like?
My what I found my way is to be very, very upfront about what it means for you. There's no such thing. You see people with relationships and they'll say, like, well, how does she get married? She doesn't cook. Well, how does she get married? She doesn't clean. And it's not that, it's up to what that person desires and what they need. Maybe they grew up with no love and they don't care if you don't cook and they don't care if you don't clean. but you show up for them. So I think in the beginning stages and all throughout your relationship, because those people have been together for a long time, your definition of love might actually change. But as it changes, to be very transparent, hey, this is what I need. You're not loving me enough, or you're not being affectionate, or I like my love language. Let's just say anybody's love language might be purchasing things. If that's your love language, I can't really say it's wrong. It's what you know. Maybe you grew up deprived as a child and you didn't get any gifts, and you had old clothes. So to you, when someone purchases something for you, that means that they love you. So if it's not up to us to give people our definition of it and hope they like it. We need to find out what that person wants and try our best to make the mark if you care.
Okay.
If you care to.
Okay. Right. Remember, I said that they're going to be able to see you, but they had to go to Alexa or Google so that they can hear you because we were getting the feedback. All right. So next, I had the other question that I was going to ask you.
You forgot it.
I did just that fast. I should have wrote it down. That's why we
to
had this little pad sitting right here, and it's so beautiful. And I just don't take the time to write it down. But let's see, what was that question? So CM Davis, did she answer your question for you? You guys can just drop any questions right in the comment section. So Noy, if anybody, because we're counting down, this time really went fast.
I know.
So tell us where people can reach you and where they can reach you, and what does a person who needs to reach out to you look like?
Okay. Where you can reach me is Hit the Ground Running on Facebook, very easy to remember, and then Hit the Ground Running 2019 on Instagram. You can book actually through Facebook if you like, or there's a number there that you can reach me as well. I have no problem speaking with someone to make sure before you book that I am the person for you and that this is a service that you actually need, because you have to be vested. If I sense play, sometimes I tell you to wait because we have to go all the way in. Anybody who's having trouble figuring it out and needs that person to be strong-willed and tell you when you're wrong or that you need to do a little bit more or go harder, I'm definitely that person. And I say that up front.
So would you say for a person who may need help creating goals for themselves?
Yes. I like to be very specific. So of course, like I don't do fitness goals. I said, and like she said, I love that she said she stays in her lane. I don't do fit. I need to get her.
So
for
look,
fitness
then you
goals
can
myself.
get her. So you can transfer everybody to Lynette for the fitness.
Absolutely. And there you go. Listen, that's how we're working together. But yeah, any kind of goals, accomplishing things, going back to school, bettering your marriage, standing up for yourself, speaking up, anger management. I do as well. Like, that's a goal to not immediately respond when you get upset, to take a second. I sometimes will take 2 weeks before I respond to something. Because if I respond immediately, it might not
do that too.
It may not be godly and nice. So
it took me a long time to get to that point.
And people think you're being dismissive, but sometimes when they say something, and I just go, oh, okay.
I'll never forget watching the debate with President Obama and McCain, and he called him an it. And President Obama didn't even respond to it. He just kept on going like he didn't even say it. And I said, man, when I grow up, I want to be like
Powerful.
So Lynette, you want to share what your ideal client would look like and how they can get in contact with you?
Mm.
Awesome, awesome. You can drop it in our comment section too, just in case someone listening today would like to reach out to you, you both. And I think Noah, you already covered.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, there you
I thought I tried one last time.
go. So I just want to thank everybody for joining us today on Empowered Women in
Yes.
Business International Radio. This has been a great show, and hopefully, you were able to hear something that will speak to you,
Mhm.
something that will speak to what your 2021 will look like, what's
Yes.
going to happen, where are you going, what path you're going to take. Do you need a little extra help? And it's okay to need that help.
Mhm.
It's okay to have a life and business coach. It's okay to have a health and wellness coordinator that can help you to come up with the right exercises to focus on helping you to be a better you.
Mhm.
Come on, y'all. I'm excited about
I
2021. Are
am
you
too.
excited?
I'm excited.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we just want to wish you a happy, happy new year. Thank you, ladies, for coming on
Thank you for
Empowered
having us.
Women in Business International. Um, Anyone who's listening that's interested in becoming a member, you can visit our website at www.ewbiradio.org. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. Facebook under Empowered Women in Business International, and IG and Twitter EWB underscore NT on Instagram and Twitter. If you're looking for a service, and or project, check out our members online. We have an online directory for all of our EWBI sisters. They do everything from pillows to t-shirts to a little bit of everything: cooking, desserts, banking, tax
Wow.
preparation, a little bit of everything. So whatever you need, you can go and scroll on our online directory and check it out. So don't forget to check out www.ewbiradio.org and to tune in right here every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. on Empower Women in Business International Radio. And you will find us right here on Elevate Your Life radio station. So we're going to close as we always do. Individually, we can do great things, but collectively, we can forever change the world by Nick Mosby. Have a happy new year and a blessed 2020 going out.
Mhm.
Great show.